This is the Engines of Our Ingenuity, made possible by the Friends of KUHF Houston.
Today, a piece of apparatus and a piece of history. The University of Houston's College of Engineering presents this series about the machines that make our civilization run and the people whose ingenuity created them. An unexpected article by Theodore Sterling in Rittenhouse's Journal of Scientific Instruments. The title is Marcet's Apparatus, and it calls to mind the great early 19th century textbook writer Jane Marcet, but this item is credited to Francois Marcet. Who is he? First, the article. It's about an instrument for measuring the vapor pressure of water. A small spherical boiler is fitted with a thermometer and a long mercury manometer. You half fill it with water and then heat it. The thermometer and the manometer give a sequence of pressures and the matching boiling point temperatures. The instrument is limited by the height of the manometer. If it's 2.5 feet high, you can measure up to twice atmospheric pressure. If it's 5 feet high, you can go to 3 atmospheres, and so on. Marcet probably built this device around 1826 when he was only 23. If that date is correct, Francois Arago of the French Academy of Sciences had done the same experiment 3 years earlier. Arago mounted sections of pipe up the side of a church tower, and he managed to measure water vapor pressures up to 24 atmospheres. Author Sterling tries to determine whether Arago or Marcet originated the idea. He decides Arago was probably first. But I thought there might be more to the story of Francois Marcet, so I did some looking of my own. Marcet was born in England, where he went by the name of Francis, but he was living in Switzerland when he did the experiments. It turns out that Jane Marcet was his mother. She wrote her first book, Conversations in Chemistry, when he was a toddler. Jane Marcet's husband, Alexander, was a noted Swiss physician, and the family spent time in both countries. Jane Marcet was the focal point for women scientists in England. She was well connected, and Arago was one of her European scientific friends. That apparatus almost certainly was the fruit of shared ideas, and its significance reached far beyond measuring water's boiling points. Jane Marcet and Francois Arago both used technology as a vehicle for social reform. She did much to take women out from behind the crinoline curtain. He strove to bring the Industrial Revolution to France, and that meant getting the French to adopt the new English steam engines. James Watt had been among the first to measure vapor pressures. Now both Arago and Jane Marcet's young son were trying to improve that basic engineering information. In 1872, Francis Marcet, who was now 69 years old, edited a 14th edition of his mother's physics book. By then, steam engines were running at far higher pressures than Marcet's or even Arago's apparatus could reach, and those engines had transformed us. But the apparatus was still a part of college courses. Jane Marcet's books were still teaching students in those courses, and France had at last become a major steam-driven industrial nation. I'm John Lienhardt at the University of Houston, where we're interested in the way inventive minds work.